Hello YouTube, it's Little Derek Comics back with another video, and today we are going to do a gameplay breakdown for Mark Grayson, aka. So we're going to let it play out one time and then I'm going to play it back again just to break down all of the characters' moves and just some general gameplay. So let's get right into it.
I'm stronger than you, Thula. Always have been.
Alright, so already you can start to see kind of how fast-paced the gameplay is and just how, how much Mark is just kind of boxing the characters. He's a really hand-to-hand combat type character. He's got a lot of rush down moves, a lot of like things that'll like slam you into the ground. So
Might want to look up.
I'm up. Let's fucking die!
yeah, not a lot of like long range options in terms of projectiles, but he does have different ways to like get in on the opponent. So yeah, let's
60 seconds.
oh yeah, and then he's got the little taunt at the end. So let's play it back right quick. I'm surprised I had it sped up a little bit, but that's fine.
I'm stronger than you, Thula. Always have been.
All right, so we got some nice cover art, but let's get into it. So off rip, he's got this it's not a launcher. They have universal launchers in the game, but this is a special move. So this is his geyser. As they said in like the one of the like talks they had for the game, this is called his geyser and it works as a launcher. So I guess it's a special move launcher. They kind of have some of these in fighters where, everybody has a designated launcher, a universal launcher, but this is his own special move that can launch people up. So then he goes for a jump, it looks like, and then there's this little knee that he does, right? Let's slow it down even more. But you can see he goes for the jump, and then he does this knee. And at first, I thought that was like maybe a medium attack, but you'll see later on that that is also a special move, and it's good for comboing. So he does that knee, right? Does the knee, and then he goes into what I think is a medium attack. And I know it looks pretty strong for a medium attack, but I'll give some of my reasons later on as to why I think this is a medium and not a heavy. So he goes down from the medium, knocks him down, and then he goes into the special kick that he has. So from that kick, and then there's a dash kind of cancel. So you can dash in the middle of the combos, very similar to fighters, but this one you can dash in multiple directions. Shout out JM Crofts. That's where I got a lot of this information from, just watching one of his videos. But yeah, you can EX air dash basically. So he diagonally EX air dash to continue this combo. And if you don't know what an EX is, it's basically an enhanced version of a move. But then she falls down and he hits her with his Invincible punch. So another special move. Speaking of which, this is the EX version of the Invincible punch. It pretty much goes full screen. It's a full screen hit, and then there's all these extra animations that happen. I don't know if you can control that, kind of like the one Wolf dude from Darkstalkers, but even if not, that's a lot of extra damage you're going to get off of that EX. And then we have our first super. I don't remember if the supers are like level based, but if so, this is probably his level 1 super. I'm assuming that's how it works. So yeah, the level 1 super kind of brings you up and then puts you back to the ground. It causes a knockdown, a hard knockdown if I'm not mistaken. And then right here we have like a push block or a reversal. So you're blocking and then you can just kind of knock the opponent away. And before we go on, that sends them flying pretty far. So this is a good get off the option. And then right here we have an overhead. So this is another special move. And what you can see Bulletproof is like going for a low kick. And then Invincible kind of comes up with the counter. So he knocks him out of that low kick. And you get this kind of stun. So I'm sure whenever you get a heavy counter or a counter off of a special, it'll make like this kind of stun effect. Usually you get something off of a counter in a fighting game, you'll get maybe more, you'll usually get like more frames to do combos and stuff like that. So right here, we can kind of see that's what's working right here. So he kind of gets this kind of sliding knockdown, it looks like. It didn't finish it, but I'm pretty sure that was going to be a sliding knockdown. So you could probably do like a super or something like that after it. And this is interesting too. You're seeing some basic fighting game mechanics at play here, but right here he's coming down with what I said earlier is pretty much a medium aerial move. So another reason I said this is a medium is because he's doing a cross up, right? So you can see she's facing forward, and when he comes down, he's kind of like the name entails, he's crossing up the opponent. So he goes from like the right side to the left side and hits her in the back. So whenever this happens, you pretty much have to block in the opposite direction. So yeah, we got cross ups confirmed in this game if it wasn't already kind of obvious. So he goes with a cross up, and then I'm assuming this is a medium punch. Or no. I'm assuming this is a light punch actually because it's pretty quick. Usually a jab like that is a light punch. It's pretty quick. So light punch into invincible punch. And then I'm assuming that's a medium kick. I counted like 4 specials in this. I don't think that was a special. That was probably a medium kick. And then for medium kick, he goes into the launcher special, the geyser. And I think the geyser always has 2 hits. I don't know if you can cancel from the hits or if it's always just a 2-hitting move. But yeah, every time I've seen it, it's like 2 hits. So it might just automatically make 2 hits, but let's continue. So he does another jump, and then it looks like they, unless they made a cut, he's canceling into what I'm assuming is a level 2 super. All right, so we got the EX version of the geyser. So it's got like a few extra hits on each hit, and then it causes a hard knockdown. Like it looks like that's a hard knockdown. So, or no. Actually, it's a ground bounce. So you go into the EX geyser, and then it'll cause a ground bounce, and then you can continue the combo from there. And then this is what I assume to actually be the heavy aerial attack, because this is much more impactful. I know this was like I said again, this is a counter. So you see he's doing a jump that looks like a normal jump, maybe even a super jump. I don't know if they have those in this game, but he's kind of jumping up pretty high. And let me see. Yeah, it looks like he kicked up some dust off of that. So that might be a super jump, but he jumps up pretty high and then he's coming down. And this looks like a combo ender in fighters, and it has like the same effect. And she was in the middle of a move, so it works as a counter. So it's gonna be big damage, and you can see he gets a ground bounce off of it. So you're gonna be able to get some pretty good combos off of those like really heavy counters. So he gets the ground bounce, and then goes for the geyser launcher, and then that looks like an aerial light into the the knee special, and then the EX enhanced version of that knee special. So it looks like you can cancel a special into the EX version of that special, which I want to say I've seen that in some fighting game before. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know I've seen something like that before, but that's interesting. And then he goes from the EX like knee into this like EX overhead, which I want to say those are 2 different moves. Another counter. So you can see, this time you can see earlier, it's actually a sliding knockdown. So what he did to bulletproof earlier would have been a sliding knockdown. And from that sliding knockdown, you can cancel into invincible punch. The EX invincible punch at that. So he goes EX invincible punch. And then we get this other scene where Eve's doing, one of her specials. And then she tags out Mark. And Mark does the little knee special. And then from that, EX knee special, he's starting combo. So let's see how this combo starts. So knee special into, I want to say that's a medium punch, because the light punch is like a just standing forward and he's got his body facing the camera, but he's got his body facing away from the camera in this one. And this looks a little bit harder of a punch. So yeah, knee, medium punch into invincible punch into medium kick, I'm assuming, into level 3 special. So yeah, let's speed that up a bit. And this is what's called our overkill, and a very fitting name. So if you finish somebody off with this move, you're gonna just decapitate them pretty much. So yeah, that's pretty much Invincible's move set. And then, like I said, at the end of the trailer, they show off
Just 2 seconds.
his taunt. Just 2 seconds. He does this in the show. It's really funny. It's very fitting for Mark. So yeah, that's pretty much the Invincible gameplay trailer. And there's a lot of mechanics that are shown within this trailer. There's a few that they don't mention that they mention in other videos or like another YouTuber has covered. But I kind of wanted to, just do a little bit of research and show y'all how the game is and how Invincible is gonna play. So let me know how I did. Let me know if you're interested in Invincible versus. Let me know if you're gonna get the game when it comes out. Let me know if you love Invincible and if you want more gameplay trailer breakdown. So, with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. I'll probably do an Adam Eve gameplay trailer next, but yeah, that's it for now. Peace.